It's definitely got some shine, but when you get really close, there is still some orange peel in it. There's quite a bit. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up on video, but so far this is only the this is the compound before the polish, before the wax, so we still have a few steps to go, and this is only one pass on this fender. 1500 grit paper to start out with, then 2000, then 3000. So I'm hopeful that we'll get some decent results out of this, but so far I'm pleased considering it's a spray can paint job. So let me finish up this fender and keep rolling along. Basically the first time it's ever happened. Both the Pontiac and the Blazer are on their way to their very first car show today. At least first car show that I've ever entered both of them in. Either of them in. And if you could see in the rear view or behind me there, my wife actually gets to drive the Blazer today, which is something that I think happened. The most recent time was probably, I'm going to say about 10 years ago, last time she drove that truck. I'm a little bit greedy and I never really let anyone drive it. But it's got all new brakes now, new flex lines are on it. It's been running really well and smooth, so my wife and my daughter are actually in there and we're on our way over to the car show. Well, we made it safely back home. Both vehicles. It was a really, really nice day. The weather was basically perfect. It was overcast, plus we had a little pop-up canopy cover, so we were hanging out in the shade. It was a really good show, and I definitely enjoyed it, and I hope that it happens again next year because I would love to do it again. So now you guys have finally got to see what the finished product was. The paint turned out not bad. There's some water spots on it. Obviously looks like some wax that didn't quite go through, but it's certainly not perfect, but it's definitely better than rusted primer. And I guess if you compare between original paint and the new paint, color is pretty close, but the finish on this is a lot cleaner than the finish on the original, because the clear on the original is pretty worn out. But at the same time, the base coat is kind of ripply, where the base coat here is a lot cleaner, so you get a much cleaner reflection than you would off the front fender. From a distance, it looks good. And this was the first time that someone's ever driven it, or my wife was driving it, and she actually passed me on the highway in the red car, or in the Blazer, sorry, while I was driving the red car. So I finally got to hear this thing under a bit of load accelerating, and I was impressed. It sounded really nice. So it's still got a long ways to go in time. For right now, I'm definitely happy with it, and I think I just have to spend some more time and enjoy all the work that's been put into it, that I've put into it over the years here, and keep preserving it and fixing it as I go, because that's the only way it's going to hang around. And this guy here, this was a fun one. I've definitely enjoyed driving this car around. There's not too many of them about anymore, so it's pretty neat to see it. It's pretty neat to be driving it. People's reactions are usually similar. Oh yeah, so-and-so had one of these. My buddy, back in high school, we did this and we did that. And it is funny to hear everybody's got a tale with these cars. Once upon a time, Chevette was pretty darn popular. So I've got a couple of things I got to get put away, and then we can park these cars for another day.